Xanadu Surfboard,
Hey, what's up, Xanadu? It's Ryan. How long have you been shaping?
49 years.
Where are you from and where's home now?
Born in Brazil. I live in four countries, Brazil, Japan, Australia, and here in the US, in San Diego, since 1986.
Who do you have glassing your boards?
A company called Global Glassing in Oceanside.
How do you measure surfboard value?
I mean, for sure, number one for me, how's right for everybody, like you out there to have fun, that'll be the best, like you're looking for the best ride you can have. Then second thing could be the strength because then the board will last longer.
What's the first thing you check when QCing your boards?
I mean, everything. I feel my rails, if it's right, the sender did the rail right, see if the edge is on the right placement, the fins, see if there's no air bubbles around on the lamination.
Do you order custom blanks?
It's all custom blanks. It's custom rockers. My major here in the US, it is a Millennium. Then I get Arctic, and I get Texels. And for EPS foam, I get Marco foam.
What's your PU to EPS build ratio?
80% is polyester boards and 20% epoxies.
Who's been giving you feedback on your boards?
Always I get from everybody because I listen to everybody. You cannot do a test just to your pro surfers, like the guys doing contests. So I get from regular customers, myself, and my team riders. Say I have one kid, he's 17 years old right now, and Wheeler Hashman is amazing. I think he'll do well because I can see how smart that kid it is, and he's really good to give him back.
How much are you watching surf contests?
No much, because one of the things I don't agree to surf contests, a lot of favorite surfers they push. So I'm not going to put my time if they're going to have their own favors. But I do watch some contests and to compare my boards with other boards on the situation. I do here and there watch. But the main reason why I don't watch, the people running the show at WSL, they think they're keeping their favorite guys is going to help their business. The general public want to see who's the best winning. Even if he's an underdog kid, they want to see that. And that's what's going to bring more people to sport. They should think the people outside that can bring a lot of money to the sports, they want to see who's the best guys, not what's the WSL favorite surfers. Because sponsored by some of the clothing companies that come from surfing. And if they're going to keep thinking that way, they're going to be small and go out of business. Let's go bigger and make the best kid that's surfing the best at that week, at that day, at the contest, that kid should deserve to win. People watching sports, they love to see an underdog winning the game. And that's what makes the sport bigger and not the WSL favors.
Custom board versus stock board off the rack.
If you guys do a custom board to a board off the rack, the glassing on a custom board is going to be accordingly with the customer, and the shape is going to be accordingly what he ordered, what he wants. And if you're going to get it on the rack, it's there. It's done, ready to go.
What's your custom to stock build ratio?
Now it's 50-50.
What do you think about board reviews on the internet?
It's good and bad if the guy really know about surfboards. But the ones I watch, there's a lot of mistakes come out of their mouth about board designs and flags and fins and angle foils and foils on boards and foam distribution. And if they've been paid for, a lot of the guys do tests, they charge me to do the test on the boards. So they pretty much are not going to say anything bad about the board. The bad stuff, they don't talk about it, and they just talk about what they felt was good on the board. So for the customer, is something really 100% true? No. Because for me, even after 10 years shaping boards, I didn't know anything. I've been shaping for 10 years. You understand me? So these guys think they know, but they don't. More than a lot of guys that are sales guys. Who is a great salesman? He can sell anything, airplane, cars, boat, anything. I have good friends, they are sales people. So, and they can get the customers to buy their whatever, surfboard. He can go right there. If he's a good surfer, he's a decent surfer. And then he can say a lot of things not true. That's a sales guy. He's good and bad, like I say. If the guy really honest and he's a good surfer and he try and he's going to say just the good stuff, it's already good.
What's something most people don't know about Xanadu surfboards?
Main thing was this. I come up with all this concave and the rocker, what people use today, and the foil, like the 80s boards and 70s and even, it's all thick boards, flat decks, and the deck didn't follow same curve as the bottom curves. So the people didn't think the deck was important. The people didn't think that much about flags. And the people didn't know how to use concaves. Concaves was done by someone else in the, I don't know, 50s, 60s, 70s. And I remember people was really afraid of concave because everybody tried to use concave. The board didn't work at all because the people put a concave in the bottom of the board, but didn't change the rocker, So for sure it's not going to work, and still people do mistakes right now. But anyway, so I come up with all the idea. Okay, if you're gonna do a concave, you need to change the rocker of the board, and it's the same thing. Like the bottom curve should follow the deck curve to flow better the water, give more flex on the bottom turf and top turn. And so everybody copy what I did. Everybody learned from what I did. I have this guy used to work for me. He's older than me. When I got famous, I have a lot of shapers working with me more at the time because the machines wasn't that good. And more probably the first 5 shapers worked for me. I need to teach them how to shape boards the way I wanted the boards to be shaped. So this guy worked for Dickie Brewer for 15 years. And the way he was telling everybody, because he need to learn how to shape boards again, to shape my boards. Because I created the whole thing. There's one thing you guys don't know. You have an idea. To do that idea, maybe you need to change the way you learn how to do things. And you need to create new tools. I didn't have tools to do what I have in my mind. And I need to shape board differently. And so the guys start to work for me. The first generation of guys start to shape for me. Those guys are the lucky guys because I teach them how to use a planer to shape my boards to the future. That's what the people do right now. Concaves, foil, the rail like this. And this guy who used to shape for Dick Brewer in Hawaii, and he lived down near San Diego. And so he worked for me. He told me I reinvented the wheel. People was doing V-bottoms, roll V-bottom. The rocker was still ideas from the single fin rockers. What's thruster? They changed it to 3-fin boards, but the rockers didn't change that much. So I come up with all these ideas about changing the rockers, foil and fins, and the boards and this. The shapers, I know they talk good stuff about me, and this helped my business. I created this foil, the rockers, the concave. I made it concave works, and I never got much credit for general public.
Who's your stab in the darker shaper? I'm sure that there's got to be a surfboard shaper out there that maybe you look up to.
Never, brother, never. I respect some guys, but I've been trying to teach my son. I have a 5-year-old son now. I'm my own hero, bro. I'm competing against myself, not against you, against someone else.
What's the craziest custom board order?
Nothing crazy. I mean, it's challenging for me. Maybe if I make a board for a guy, because I have so many designs and so many, like I call families. So if he's open-minded enough to try out these designs I make, because I know I can make everybody happy. I'm 100% sure about that. If the guy's open-minded and have the time to try, okay? Because it's the same thing as medication, okay? The guy's creating a medication. Sometimes you go to a trial, but they need to do little changes. So for me, I have all these medications already built. So, but you never know which one is going to be the best medication for that person.
What's the best way to get someone on a Xanadu surfboard?
I mean, we use Instagram, emails. You can get my website, xanadusurfdesigns.com. Or through a surf shop, like I don't have that many accounts, but the accounts we have, you can go through them and order boards.
Do you want to give a shout out to any of those shops?
Yeah, my main shops here in the US will be Hansen and Encinitas, Improved Lab up in San Francisco at Mill Valley.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
For interview.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.